My fiancé confessed, I hired a private investigator to test if you'd cheat. I said, interesting. Then I hired the same PI to investigate her. When he showed me the photos of her book club every Thursday, she suddenly wanted to talk about trust. I, 31 male, was engaged to Bethany, 29, for 8 months, together for 3 years total. Wedding was supposed to be in 4 months. Keyword was. Last month, we were having drinks on our balcony when she got this weird look on her face. You know the one. Like they're about to confess something but trying to make it sound cute or quirky. Babe, I have to tell you something, she said, doing that thing where she bites her lip. Promise you won't be mad? I hate when people say that. It's basically announcing they did something worth getting mad about. What is it? She giggled. Actually giggled. So, remember last month when that woman kept showing up at your gym? The one who was always asking you for help with equipment? Yeah? That was Rochelle. I hired her. I put down my beer. You hired her for what? She's a private investigator. Well, sort of. She does loyalty tests. I paid her to see if you'd cheat on me. I stared at her for probably 10 seconds, just processing. You paid someone to try to seduce me? It wasn't like that. She grabbed my hand. I just needed to know before the wedding. My friend Chloe did it with her fiancé and found out he was on dating apps. I needed peace of mind. And? You passed, obviously. You barely talked to her. I'm so relieved, babe. Now I know I can trust you completely. The irony of that statement would hit different later. I took a sip of my beer. Interesting. You're not mad? I'm processing. She launched into this whole speech about how her ex cheated, how her dad cheated on her mom, how she just needed to be sure, how it was actually a compliment because now she knew I was one of the good ones. I nodded, smiled, changed the subject to wedding planning. That night, while she slept, I found Rochelle's business card in Bethany's purse. R. Monroe, Discreet Investigations and Loyalty Verification. I saved the number. The next morning, I called Rochelle from my car. Mr. Foster? I wasn't expecting to hear from you. You know who I am? Of course. You're my most boring case ever. No offense. 3 weeks at that gym and you barely noticed I existed. I need to hire you. Silence. Then to test Bethany? No, to follow her, specifically on Thursday nights. Her book club nights? You know about those? Rochelle laughed. She mentioned them constantly when explaining your schedule to me. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Said it was sacred time with her girlfriends. Can you do it? Honey, I can do anything, but are you sure you want to know? I'm sure. It's $200 an hour, 4-hour minimum. I'll need a retainer. Done. That Thursday, I acted normal. Bethany got ready for book club. Full makeup, her good perfume, that black dress she says is comfy but cute. What book are you guys reading? I asked. Oh, it's this mystery thriller. You wouldn't like it. What's it called? I forget the exact title. Something about a girl on a train. I'll text you later. She kissed me goodbye. Left at 6:45. At 11:47 p.m., Rochelle called. You sitting down? Yeah. There's no book club, honey. My stomach dropped even though I'd suspected it. She went to the Marriott downtown, room 412, stayed from 7:15 to 11:20. I have photos of her entering and leaving. And? I have photos of who was already in the room when she arrived. She sent them to my phone. Bethany entering the hotel. Bethany in the elevator. Bethany knocking on door 412. The door opening, and there he was. Colton. Her gay best friend from college who was supposed to be one of her bridesmaids, or groomsmen. We'd had a whole discussion about it. The last photo was them kissing in the doorway before she went inside. There's more, Rochelle said. I did some digging. They've had that room booked every Thursday for 5 months. Always under his name, always the same room. 5 months. We'd been engaged for 8. You okay, honey? I'm fantastic, I said. And weirdly, I kind of was. That calm that comes when everything suddenly makes sense. Want me to keep digging? Actually, yes. Can you find out more about Colton? Give me 48 hours. Update 1. Okay, so this exploded. Let me tell you what Rochelle found and what happened next. Turns out Colton isn't gay. Shocking, right? He's been using that cover for years to get close to women in relationships. Rochelle found 3 other women who had similar experiences. He becomes the gay best friend, gains trust, then slowly turns it into an affair. It's literally his pattern. But here's the kicker. He's engaged too. to a woman named Trinity who lives 2 hours away. She thinks he travels for work every Thursday. I had options. I could have confronted Bethany immediately, could have called off the wedding, could have blown everything up. Instead, I played the long game. That weekend, I suggested we plan an engagement party. Something special before the wedding, I said. Invite everyone important to us. Bethany loved the idea, started planning immediately. Made a Facebook event, invited 150 people, including Colton, obviously, her best friend who'd been so supportive of our relationship. The party was set for 2 weeks out. In those 2 weeks, I continued acting completely normal, helped enthusiastically with party planning, made sure Colton RSVP'd yes, reached out to Trinity through Instagram, said I was planning a surprise for Colton and needed her help, kept paying Rochelle to document every Thursday book club. Trinity was confused but excited to surprise her fiancé at his friend's party. She thought it was so sweet that his friends wanted to include her. The Thursday before the party, Bethany went to book club as usual. I texted her at 9 p.m. Hope you're enjoying the plot twists. She replied, OMG, yes, this book is wild. The main character has no idea her husband is lying to her. The irony levels were off the charts. Party day arrives, everyone's there, our families, friends, co-workers. Bethany's in her element, playing the perfect bride-to-be. Colton showed up in his usual flamboyant style, making everyone laugh with his gay best friend routine. About an hour in, Trinity walked in. Baby, she screamed, running to Colton. Surprise! The room went silent. Colton went white. Like paper white. Trinity jumped on him, kissing him full on the mouth. Your friend contacted me about the party. I'm so happy to finally meet all your work colleagues. Bethany dropped her champagne glass. It shattered. Work colleagues? Someone asked. Yeah, Colton works in pharmaceutical sales. That's why he's gone every Thursday. Regional meetings. I stepped forward. Actually, Trinity, Colton's been telling us he's gay. He's Bethany's best friend from college. Trinity laughed, then stopped laughing, then looked at Colton, then looked at Bethany, who was backing away slowly. Gay? Trinity's voice went up 3 octaves. Gay? We've been together for 4 years. We're getting married in 6 months. The room was so quiet you could hear people breathing. Although, I continued, pulling out my phone, he's not at work on Thursdays. He's at the Marriott downtown, room 412, with Bethany, during her book club. I airdropped the photos to the Apple TV, playing the party slideshow. There it was, on the 65-inch screen. Bethany and Colton kissing in the hotel doorway. The chaos was immediate. Update 2. Y'all wanted to know what happened after the photo showed up on the TV? Absolute mayhem. Trinity threw her engagement ring at Colton's head. Good aim too, caught him right in the eyebrow. Drew blood. Bethany tried to run, but her mom blocked the exit. What is this? What is this? Colton attempted damage control. This is taken out of context. Out of context, I said. Bro, your tongue is literally in her mouth. It's not what it looks like. Bethany sobbed. Oh, so you weren't at the Marriott every Thursday for the past 5 months? Room 412? Should I show the receipts? Her dad stood up. 5 months? 5 months? My mom, God bless her, walked up to Bethany's mom. I want every deposit we put down for this wedding refunded. Every penny. The party cleared out in about 10 minutes. Except for immediate family and Trinity, who was destroying Colton verbally in ways I didn't know were possible. Girl had receipts of her own. Turned out she'd been suspicious and had checked his credit card statements. The Marriott charges were there, but he'd told her it was for client dinners. Client dinners? In a hotel room? Bethany tried to approach me. Can we talk about this privately? No. Please, this isn't what you think. You mean you weren't sleeping with your fake gay best friend while hired a PI to test my loyalty? Because that's what I think it is. She went pale. How did you know about Rochelle? Rochelle told me, right after I hired her to follow you. Her mom gasped. You hired someone to spy on my daughter? No, I hired the same person your daughter hired to try to seduce me. Difference is, I actually had something to find. Bethany's dad looked disgusted. Not at me, at her. We're leaving. Bethany, get in the car. Daddy, please. Car. Now. As they were leaving, Bethany's sister, who'd been suspiciously quiet, said, I knew about Colton. Everyone froze. What? Bethany turned on her. I saw you two at Starbucks last month, making out in his car. I told you to stop or I'd tell. You said it was ending? And you didn't tell me? Their mom was now yelling at both daughters. They left in a mess of screaming and accusations. Trinity was still there, crying. I gave her a water bottle and called her an Uber. Before she left, she said, "Thank you. This is horrible, but thank you." Found out later she drove straight to the apartment she shared with Colton, threw all his stuff off the balcony and changed the locks. Queen behavior, honestly. But Bethany wasn't done. Oh no. The entitlement was just getting started. Update 3. Bethany went into full damage control mode. But instead of apologizing, she decided to flip the narrative. First, she called my mom crying about how I violated her privacy and set her up to fail. My mom literally laughed and hung up on her. Then she tried my dad, saying I was controlling and manipulative and she was scared of me. My dad, who's the calmest person alive, told her to stop calling or will consider it harassment. When that didn't work, she went nuclear. Started telling anyone who'd listen that, 1, I was abusive and she sought comfort in Colton. 2, I hired the PI first and she only did it in retaliation. 3, the photos were edited. 4, Colton assaulted her and she was the victim. 5, I'd been cheating with Rochelle, the PI. Most people didn't buy it, but some did. I started getting texts from random people about hearing her side. Then she played her biggest card. She called my work. I'm an accountant at a medium-sized firm. Nothing fancy, but I like my job. She called HR claiming I was harassing her and creating a hostile environment, even though we don't work together and never have. HR had to investigate. I showed them everything. The texts admitting to the affair, the hotel receipts Rochelle found, the confession about hiring the PI. They closed the case in a day, but it was embarrassing. That's when I decided to stop playing defense. See, Bethany's a real estate agent. Her whole business relies on her reputation and social media presence. She's always posting about integrity and trust in her business. So I made my own post. Simple. Just facts. For anyone wondering why the wedding is off, Bethany hired a PI to testify I'd cheat. I passed. Then I hired the same PI who discovered she's been having an affair with her gay best friend every Thursday for 5 months. I have receipts. I wish her well. I tagged no one, posted no photos, just facts. But people started commenting. Former clients, other agents. One woman wrote, "OMG, she sold us our house while sleeping with my cousin's husband. He pretended to be gay too." The comments went viral in our local community. Turns out Colton had a whole pattern and Bethany wasn't his only conquest. Her broker called her in for a meeting. She was put on administrative leave, pending an ethics review. But the best part was when Colton's other victims started finding each other. They created a Facebook group, Survivors of Colton's Gay Best Friend Act. 12 women joined in the first week. Bethany called me screaming, "You ruined my life." No, you ruined your life. I just stopped keeping it a secret. I'm gonna sue you for defamation. Please do. Discovery would be hilarious. She hung up. But she still wasn't done. Final update. The last 3 weeks have been a journey. First, Bethany tried to salvage her reputation by claiming she was polyamorous and I was polyphobic. Posted this whole thing about how she was exploring her identity and I was too closed-minded to accept her journey. Someone commented, "Isn't polyamory supposed to be consensual and honest?" She deleted the post. Then Colton threw her under the bus completely. He went on his Instagram and claimed Bethany seduced him and he was confused about his sexuality. Because of her, said she preyed on him during a vulnerable time. The women in the Facebook group posted screenshots of him using the exact same lines on them. His credibility was shot. Trinity, meanwhile, became a legend. She started a TikTok called Dating After Deception that went semi-viral. She posted Colton's cheating receipts, including credit card records showing he'd bought Bethany jewelry with Trinity's joint account. The wedding situation got messy. We lost deposits on everything except the venue. My cousin owned it, so he refunded me. Bethany's parents initially demanded I pay them back for what they'd contributed, until I reminded them their daughter was the one who cheated. They backed off. Her mom did call me once more though. "You humiliated us at that party. Your daughter humiliated herself." I just provided the soundtrack. The ring was the biggest issue. Bethany refused to return it, claiming it was a gift. I had to get a lawyer involved. She finally gave it back, but not before accidentally scratching it against concrete. Joke's on her, I had insurance. 2 weeks ago, I ran into Bethany at Target. She was with some new guy hanging all over him. When she saw me, she grabbed the guy and kissed him dramatically. I just laughed. The guy looked confused. "That's my ex," she told him loudly. "The controlling one I told you about." The guy looked at me, then at her, then back at me. "You're the dude with the PI story? Bro, you're a legend. My boys and I were dying at that engagement party video." Yeah, someone had recorded the reveal and posted it on Reddit. That's actually how I found this sub. Bethany dragged him away, but not before he gave me a fist bump. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents. Lost her real estate license due to ethical violations. Apparently she'd been lying about properties too. Colton moved to another state to start fresh. Trinity's in therapy but doing better, still making TikToks. The Facebook group is planning a meetup/support party. As for me, I'm good. Therapy helped. Ended up becoming friends with Rochelle, the PI, and her wife. They invite me to game nights now. Started dating again, but taking it slow. The funniest thing? Last week I got a text from an unknown number. "Hey, this is Jordan. I'm dating Bethany now. She says you're crazy, but bro, should I be worried?" She keeps talking about her book club starting up again. I replied, "Marriott downtown, room 412, Thursdays, good luck." He sent back, "Thanks, bro." Bethany texted me an hour later, "Stop talking to my boyfriend." I didn't reply, but Jordan dumped her that night. He sent me a beer emoji and we've actually grabbed drinks since. Cool dude. Dodged a bullet. To everyone asking if I regret the public reveal? Nope. She tested my loyalty while cheating for months. She tried to destroy my reputation when caught. She deserved every bit of consequences she got. The best part? Her parents made her pay them back for all the wedding expenses since it was her fault it got called off. Her dad sent me a text. "I apologize for my daughter. You're a good man." I'm at peace. Living my best life. Trust is earned, not tested. And if you're gonna hire a PI to test your partner, maybe make sure you're not the one who will fail the investigation. P.S. Book club has become a running joke in my friend group. Anytime someone can't hang out, we ask if they have book club. It's hilarious every time. P.P.S. Rochelle's business has exploded since this went down. She's booked solid for 3 months. She sent me a fruit basket with a note. "Thanks for the best marketing campaign ever." She's also offered me a lifetime discount if I ever need her services again. I hope I never do. Edit, stop asking for the video of the party reveal. I'm not sharing it. Also, stop trying to guess what city this is. Just know it's not wherever you think it is. Edit 2. To the 3 people who messaged me saying they know Bethany and she's not that bad, she literally hired someone to seduce me while riding Colton every Thursday. Respectfully, you don't know her like you think you do. Edit 3. Colton apparently got fired from his new job when someone sent them the Facebook group. I don't feel bad. Play stupid games, win stupid unemployment.